Welcome back to Yoga with Goga, Peak of the Week. If you're joining us for the first time, you're welcome. If you're following us on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're following me from my Facebook page, feel free to follow or like the page so as to keep more of these videos coming. This week's posture, let's see. So I usually have these stick notes inside my small pouch where I get most of these postures. So let's see. Oh boy. This definitely belongs in the same collection as my least favorite postures in yoga, Garudasana, the eagle posture. Whew. Guys, this is not funny. Let's begin our class with a bit of warm-up. So take your feet out about half a meter apart and then stretch out your arms. Good job. So I want you to inhale and then switch towards your right and then tap your right shoulder. And then on your exhale, you release the posture and then come back to center. So you're trying to ensure minimal movement on your waist. Opposite side, tap the left shoulder and then come back to center. So only your upper body is going to be moving in this sequence, okay? So let's do that again. Inhale, turn and tap your right shoulder, exhale, release and come back to center. Again, tap your left now, come back to center. Okay, last one, tap, come back to center. One more bonus, just a slow movement. Tap, come back to center. So now we are going to move a bit faster in the posture, okay? So 1, okay, come back to center. All right, let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Release, relax. Next posture, you're going to do what we call squat to calf raises. It's a HIIT exercise. Some of you may be familiar with. So you squat, and then when you come up, you raise the tops of your feet. You balance on your balls of your feet. Okay, squat and come up. You may get a bit wobbly, especially when you're balancing on the mound of your feet, but once you get a hang of it, let's do this just to strengthen the calf muscles all the way to the ankles. So let's start. Good job. Squat up. Okay, 1, squat up. 2, squat up. 3. Okay, faster. 1, 2, up. Squat 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 and hold. Come up, stretch. Okay, release. Last posture is what we call the horse shoulder dip. So take your feet out apart like Charlie Chaplin feet. Make sure your shoulders are up and back so that your chest remains open. You bring your palms to your knees and then inhale. On your exhale, I want you to dip your right shoulder towards the floor and gaze towards the left and breathe 3 breaths here. Gentle breathing. Last deep breath in. Release the posture and come back to center. Opposite side. So take a deep breath in. On your exhale, dip your left shoulder towards the floor and gaze towards the right shoulder. Take 3 deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Last deep breath in. Release and come back to center. You're ready now. Let's do this. So the eagle pose is a standing posture and a balancing one for that matter that operates on the principles of opposite. So how do you do this? So when you cross your right hand under the left. Okay, your right leg will be over the left. Okay, so remember, under, over. Okay, let's do the other side. So left hand, left leg over. Okay, so that is really the basic principle of this. So now let's work on the arm variation. So take your arms out and then see whether you can clap. Okay, in one swoop, just bring them together and see whether you can bring your palms together in form of a clap. This tries to help you know how to get into the full arm variation expression. Okay, and keep on clapping. Let's see whether you can try the opposite side as well. You know, stretch and clap. Okay, and then release. So if you can't get into the full expression, which is the palms together, you can place the backs of your palms together. Okay, or grab your big thumb. Or better yet, just give yourself a hug. Give yourself some love. This is perfectly fine. Okay, if you can't get the arms together. So this is actually very important because you don't want to force your shoulders or anything maybe to get some bit of injury. Okay, release the posture. So remember, this is a full expression of the posture. But if it's not available for you, you have these variations. And then just make sure that your shoulders are rolled up and back and they're not like coming towards the ears and stuff when you're expressing the posture. Good job. Let's now work on the leg variations. So with the eagle legs, you're crossing your right leg over the left and then you see whether you can lock, your toe. Yeah, make sure you lift it as high as you can and then cross. Ideally, it's the thighs crossing each other because when you cross it at the thigh level, you're able to get more stability and balance. Okay, and then see whether you can lock that big toe behind the standing leg and then just find your balance in this posture. So locking is usually a very intricate, position, but it's a full expression of this posture. And then when you lock that big toe behind your standing leg calf, you see whether you can push it lower towards your ankles. Okay, if this is totally not available for you, you can get a yoga block and then just support your big toe on the yoga block as I'm doing. Okay, then find your balance at that level. If you don't have a yoga block, again, perfectly fine, just use the floor and then just place that big toe on the other side of the standing leg. Okay, and then again, when you are crossing or maybe locking your toes, try to see that your legs are like one unit. They are compact, they interlocked all the way from the thighs to the ankles. This gives you a better balance and more stability. Good, let's now work on the posture. So eagle pose, right hand under, right leg over. Find your balance. And then bend your standing leg and come into chair pose. You know the way we do chair pose? Okay? And then make sure your spine is straight by sucking the pit of your belly in. And then you bring your tailbone down. Okay? You can use a wall if this is a bit too much and you find that balance is a bit hard. It's perfectly fine to use a wall. And just make sure that your shoulders and your hips are stacked above each other. There's a straight line from your shoulders all the way down to your hips. Okay? And then your arms are away from your chest. Okay, and then gaze at a point that is not moving. That gives you a bit of focus. Remember drishti? Yeah, where your focus goes, your energy flows. Okay, 3 to 5 breaths while on this posture. Last deep breath in. Now see that you can bring your elbows to tap your top knee. Sleeping eagle. Okay, stay here for 3 to 5 breaths. Again, balance and focus. So that you can tap the lower knee, come back up. Tap is like you're doing standing crunches. Come back up and then tap. Come back up. Tap. Tap the lower knee and then unwrap your right leg and kick it back. And come into warrior 3 with eagle arms. This must be very familiar from last week's, right? Okay, bend your standing leg and then release the posture. Good job. Catch your breath. We have the left side. Yeah. Eagle pose on the left side. So left hand under, left leg over, bend your standing leg. You know, stack your shoulders and your hips, 3 to 5 breaths. Okay, come into sleeping eagle. Come back up. Tap the elbows to the knee. See whether you can tap the lower knee as well. Come back up and wrap the left leg and kick it back. Fly that eagle. Make sure you're focused on a point, not moving. Good job. Bend your standing leg. And then back leg joins the standing leg. Relax. Good job. So you have other options if this standing posture was a bit hard. So you can try the chair eagle pose. I mean, this is usually like a favorite, you know, especially if you're just at home or maybe you're tired in the office. You could just try eagle pose while seated. Okay, both legs. And then if the chair eagle pose is also not available for you, I mean, you could try reclined eagle and you're just lying on your back. Very good restorative posture. Just lying on your back and, you know, doing the same posture. So find out what works for you. You know, you have all these options available for you. So thank you very much for watching us this week. Let's seal our class with 3 breaths. Take a deep breath in and out. Breathe in. Empty. Last deep breath in. Never let your fear of falling stop you from flying. Namaste.